Hey, Chimo Sabis, get ready for another 30 with Tony Snippet. He's the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. So here's Tony.
There was a corporation that was doing COVID testing. We knew when they were doing COVID testing, they were taking swabs of, quote unquote, do you have COVID? The data went, there was a contract for Semaphore to be paid $250 for various swabs of people, as far as generally from what I can see in the contracts they gave me were young people. Now, what we were able to track was that this went to a gigantic database in Switzerland called, if I'm pronouncing it right, GICAID. And what they did from there and for what purposes, and was it used for humanitarian purposes or to build this, monolith of a computer where they're tracking me from cradle to grave, that is unascertainable. I mean, it's actually twofold. The fact is, like, number one, they never disclosed this. It's the typical Lamont litany. You do something after the fact, and it's like it's the deer in the headlights thing. Gee, I didn't know. Well, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to, all my profits are going to go to charity. And, we were out of that. And it's always after the fact. So we never... other than like here or Twitter or the 30 with Tony shows, never, ever, ever, ever. No one, no Democrat, no Republican, no Cadillac, no Packard Clipper. Nobody ever mentioned that.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm still waiting to find out what charity was the beneficiary because I know he was supposed to say that. And I mean, that was one of the things he came out and said right away. It stuck with me. It stuck with me all these years that it was going to be, all donated to charity. And I figured he'd have some big ceremony somewhere where he was handing a big check to somebody, but I don't remember that.
Well, basically, put it this way. We had this discussion a while back. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And let's just say it was purely innocent, which it was not. And it's like, well, to your point, let's have this thing. I'm sorry, I screwed up. Here it is. I'm here to save humanity. He was very clever about that, though, because he said, my profit. Now, profit, to anybody that's taken, accounting 101,
right,
is a, shall we say, is it profit and loss profit? Or is it the $66 million gain that the Oak Group gained on the IPO? Now, of course, walk to those investors and say, like I'm the governor of Connecticut and, kind of screwed up. And anything you made on this thing, aren't you going to give it back? It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way.
Right,
Believe me. So it's that's basically the world you're living. And I guess when you talk about flock cameras and when you talk about, well, hi, my good Kemasabis. It's Tony D'Angelo. It's the morning of August 14th, 2026. Ada Domini in the year of our Lord. So happy to have you here for this snippet edition of 30 with Tony. And what I did was I played a snippet by popular demand of my Tuesday interview with Lee Elsey about what happened to the Semaphore genomic data. What we do know is that there were contracts never disclosed in and the legitimate media never told us that Semaphore was getting $250 a pop for genomic information ostensibly taken from swipes of people during COVID tests. And the thing is, what happened to this data? Where did it go? Well, we do know that there is a repository in Switzerland where the data went. We also know that our governor spouse, Anne Lamont, was invested in Semaphore going back probably to the inception. And it's a question of what are they doing with the genomic data? Where does the genomic data go? Now, when we looked at this way back when, the genomic data is not a part of the Semaphore Corporation. It is a part of an internal corporation called Centrellis, which is controlled by Mount Sinai. That corporation is safe from any bankruptcy whatsoever. That genomic data is sacrosanct. So the question is, this is a man running for governor again. This is a sitting governor of the state. And he's never been made to account for the question of, number one, why were there genomic tests? Number two, where did these genomic test data information snippets go? And number three, is there some future benefit or detriment to the citizens of Connecticut for his dealings? I don't want you to forget that. I want you to ask those questions. I want you to start leaning on people. I want you to start leaning on candidates, because the candidates aren't asking those questions. The Republican Party never asked those questions. And honestly, truthfully, this ain't right. It's wrong. And it's got to be fixed, and it's got to be disclosed. Well, food for thought on this Friday. We'll be looking forward to another week upcoming in the in the juggernaut. Tuesday, I'll be back on the Lee Elsey show, and we'll be doing snippets throughout. And then Thursday, I look forward to another edition of the Rip Roaring 30 with Tony. Thanks, Kemasabis. Have a great weekend and be safe. And I love you. And thank you for being a follower of 30 with Tony, the Snippets, and the Lee Elsey show.